Welcome back to the finale of Night Call. However long this should be, I plan on finishing it off this episode. Don't know, I might be a liar with that too, you never know, but we'll see. We're gonna try and squeeze in whatever the finisher is for this episode. So we figured out who it was. It's this woman who talks to Jesus, and we are going to kind of do our usual stuff for the next hour or so in the game. And then after that, we should be able to pick her up, maybe try and get a confession and bring her to the spot where the police will be able to get her. Let's not do that guy, actually. I didn't even mean to click that, so... Oh, I guess we're already ready to pick her up, so let's get on going with that. Let's get this game wrapped up with her right now. Gilda. It's an emergency, and I can't even say no if I wanted to, so that's really interesting. You park a few meters away from your next passenger. Your heart starts beating wildly. You glance at the bug hidden next to the gear shift. The back door opens, creaks a little, and slams. The young woman smiles at you. "Good evening, sir." Her squeaky, high-pitched voice gives you the shivers. You start having doubts. This fiery slip of a girl? A killer? Yet, you think she is, and you have to be careful. Where to? Garner Opera House, please. You nod and start driving. You feel a strange tingling sensation in the back of your neck. You glance in the rearview mirror. Your passenger is staring intensely at you. When she starts speaking, her voice is filled with resentment. It's odd when you think about it. That call in the middle of the night, a problem about the opera. Something so serious. Everyone on the crew has to come. She looks outside, her voice suddenly becomes more syrupy. I almost never see Paris this late at night. We prefer to work during the day, although for this scenery crew, it makes no difference whether it's day or night. There's a sense. She pauses briefly. She's listening to the voice. Yes. She smiles. More of a smirk, really. Mechanical, fake. Her hands tighten around the steering wheel. Maybe that's the trick. Keep her talking for as long as possible so she doesn't realize you're not quite going to Bastille. We can sense when the sun is set, when something's not quite right. Oh, really? Yes, it's like electricity, like dizziness, like... Who? What? She suddenly moves in an odd, jerking manner, her eyes bore into you. Busset? You feel your breath catch in your throat. She watches you. Who are you? Who is Busset? Something in the air shifts in the moment right before a knife appears in her hand. You spend enough time investigating to know it's a murder weapon. The scar on your thigh begins to burn. You start calculating the rest of the trip at lightning speed. You're not far from now. You manage to keep this discussion going. You might just make it out alive. Answer me, who is Busset? A policewoman. The police, they know? The blade shines. There's something about the metal that hypnotizes you. You don't want to feel that pain again. For a second, you consider throwing the car into a ditch, but you're not going fast enough. The impact would be minimal, and your passenger is too close. Jesus. She looks lost, far away. You're buying time, second by second. Jesus said that I shouldn't be scared, that they'd never understand. I've been investigating you. You? Yes, for a week now, A chill cuts you off. Her voice goes deeper, darker, more muffled. There's no reason to be scared, you know? If I kill you, it will be painless. Jesus tells me where to strike and who to strike. No one ever suffers. He promised me. The scar on your thigh says differently. And yet I felt pain. Pain? She recoils. You're the guy I saw that night. Jesus killed that actress. Saw? I had to defend myself. I panicked. Jesus was so angry with me. Wait. She lifts her head and listens to her imaginary friend. You calculate the remaining trip time. You'll be there soon. Soon, yes. Do they know about Jesus? I don't know. She sighs and says in a whisper, they can't find out. They'll think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Do you understand? You nod. Ouch. She leans forward abruptly. Her voice changes again, becomes harsher. She starts talking to Jesus. Stop shouting. I can't even hear what I'm saying. Give me 1 second. No, I don't want to listen to you. She turns to you and the words pour out of her. Sometimes he asks me to do things I don't really get. At first I found it weird that Jesus hates people so much. Then I found out just how horrible people really are. Monsters. Just a few more meters. So I followed the orders he gave me. He told me exactly what to do, step by step. He told me to get the key out of the mailbox. There was a key in the mailbox. He told me to where to hide in the shadows and which door hadn't been properly closed. He told me which tendon on the ankle to cut so they couldn't run away, where to slice so the blood would run and not spatter. You made it. Her voice resonates in your ears. He even told me what I needed to leave behind so the police would never find me. Cigarettes, hair. Every night I felt peaceful, incredible. What a wonderful feeling. So great to feel useful. When I went to bed that night, I felt so incredibly peaceful. So of course I agreed to follow him. Jesus, yes, Jesus. I followed Jesus and at that very moment, you turn onto the street where the cops are waiting. Headlights come on. The harsh lights flood the facade of an old black church. Your passenger yelps in surprise from the back seat. You hear the knife fall to the floor, somewhere between the seats. You brake hard. The back door opens, letting a rush of icy cold into the cab. You turn around and see your passenger. She's running, climbing up the steps of the church. You hear her calling for help. Suddenly she trips and falls, flopping awkwardly like a rag doll. It takes a second for you to hear the cops' gunshots, to see the blood and understand she's dead. Nicely done, for what it's worth. The sound of Bussett's voice kind of makes you want to grind your teeth. That chick was so far off our radar, we would have never suspected her. She's been in your taxi for several minutes now, but these are her first words. I'm not going to lie, this ended up being better than expected. Much, much better. You keep yourself from looking outside, towards the church. Good investigation work. She coldly looks you up and down. You look a tad shaken up, don't you know? Not every day you see someone get shot to death. She shrugs off your comment. Listen, we had your statement. We have your number. We have the recording. I don't think we need you anymore, but if you could just lay low for a few days, let things settle a bit. She waves her hand around and seems irritated. There's bound to be some nitwit on the squad who will blabber about how you helped us. Journalists might want to ask some questions. Not a word to anyone. Do you hear me? You feel her disapproving gaze on you. She knows you saw a cop take the knife out of your car. She knows she saw that same cop slide the knife into the killer's hand. She knows you saw the forensic team photograph the body after that happened, not before. Anyway, right now it'd be best if you went the hell away, okay? You nod, overjoyed to not have to see her face anymore. A second later, Bussett is in the street, walking toward her colleagues for what seems like a skip in her step. Your head hurts, like something pounding on your temples, or someone. You start your cab and leave the street. You see Gilda's body under a blanket. They're still photographing the street scene. Flashes flood the steps. The church disappears quickly, as does the street in Paris. So I'm wondering if whatever this entity is possibly is leaving or left her body and is starting to input itself into this character's body. That's kind of what my guess is. I don't know whether or not that's true, but this is a really cool game. They have a lot of cool characters in here, and I like the whole idea of it, and it's definitely like, it's so different every time. The random generation is just pretty cool in this game, so I definitely think that the team did a very, very good job with this game, but it was a lot of fun playing it. So I'm just gonna kinda let these credits roll, and yeah. Team pets, that's great. Richard! The sun is about to come up. You drove all night long with your window open. You're so tired your chest is tight and your eyes are heavy, but you can't stop. Not now. You're going to run out of gas soon. The light went on about 20 kilometers back. You're somewhere in Normandy. Maybe you'll run into that cat you gave a ride to one night. You smile and relax at the thought. You pull over onto the shoulder and get out. There's almost no traffic. You step over the guardrail as your eyes adjust to the colorful break of dawn. The sun will soon rise over the horizon. You get your phone out and dial a number. It doesn't ring, direct to voicemail. Voice asks you to leave a message after the beep. Hey, I wanted to... You catch your breath. When Aid told me she'd held onto your phone just to hear the sound of your voice, I thought it was stupid. But now, the sun is slowly rising and its colors are flooding the landscape. Bare underbrush, a tiny village lost in fog off in the distance, the hilltops sparkling with dew. The view seems alien to you. I wanted to thank you for giving me the opportunity to redeem myself. Thanks. That word disgusts you, but it's too late. Thanks to you, I did something important. I think. Who knows? Silence. Your head is spinning. You haven't spoken to your brother in years. Well, in a manner of speaking, you grin. Aid is good. She's doing better. Business is doing well. She doesn't think about you so much anymore. She's seeing someone right now, I think. She doesn't tell me everything. You pause. The truck flies by, just meters from you. I thought when it was all over, thought I'd be able to get some decent sleep. Close my eyes and sleep. Really sleep, finally. But sleeping is just a break. It doesn't put an end to it. It all starts up again as soon as a voice cuts you off. You have reached the maximum time limit. Please. You hang up. Your phone feels heavy in your hand. What should you do now? There's a broken fence in front of you, leading to a small footpath into the woods. Behind you is a highway leading to the sea. This is interesting. I don't know what disappear is supposed to mean. The chef seemed nice, so I could get a connection with her and this guy could make some friends. Or I could get back in the car. But I think I kind of like the disappear. Start walking. With quick hands, almost mechanically, you toss your phone into the left and your car keys to the right. With each step you take, you feel freer, lighter. Just a few more steps and you'll disappear into the woods. The trees slowly part like they're letting you through. There's got to be something for you out there. And that was Nightcall. Thank you guys so much for coming through this series with me. Like I said, it was an amazing game, and I found it really cool, and it's the kind of game where your choices do actually matter. So I found that amazing. Like, it even mentioned the cat. I didn't even have to pick up the cat. In fact, there's a good chance that I wouldn't have. So yeah, I just find this game really, really cool, and I'm so glad I decided to play it. But hopefully you guys stick around for my next playthrough of whatever I decide to play next. And until then, I'll see you guys later.